Hello students, how you all are doing? As you know, this pandemic problem COVID-19 is increasing day by day. So please save yourself from going outside. Stay home, stay inside, play indoor games and do not go outside. So now today is our fourth class. So as in our previous classes we have already done up to exercise 1.5. Now we will proceed to our exercise 1.6. Today I am having some exciting point. Guess what? It is that this is the last exercise of this chapter. And now you will be free from chapter 1. Before coming to our exercise 1.6, we have to go through some laws that is called laws of exponents for real numbers. Look, we have taken three natural numbers, that is a and m. These are the three natural numbers. So first property, your first law of exponent is a to the power m multiplied with a to the power n. Look carefully. Both the bases a, this is called base, okay, and this m and n called exponent. So remember it. This is called base and this m and n called exponent. Okay, when two real numbers of the same base but the powers are different, then their powers get added and the base becomes single. So that means a to the power m when multiplied with the same base a to the power n, then it will become a to the power m plus n. That is, let's understand with an example. Look, I have taken 2 to the power 3 when multiplied with 2 to the power 4. This is also called power. 2 to the power 3. And these 3 and 4 is called exponent, 2 is called base. So look, both the bases are same. I have told you, then the powers got added. That means 2 to the power 3 plus 4, and it will become 3 plus 4 is 7. 2 to the power 7. Got it? Next law is a to the power m bracket close to the power n. This is the power of a to the power m. Okay, that is a to the power m to the power n. When such kind of questions happen, then it become these powers get multiplied. That is, if I have written 2 to the power, suppose 4, 2 to the power 4 to the power 5, that means powers get multiplied, 4 multiply 5, and it will become 2 to the power 20. Got it? Next one, it's a case of division. Here it was multiplication. A to the power m when divided with a to the power n, then if m is greater than n, then this n will be subtracted from m. If the bases are same, I am talking about the same bases. That is, for example, 2 to the power 4 divided by 2 to the power 3. So look here, this power is greater than 3. That means 2 to the power 4 minus 3, and it will become 1, and 2 to the power 1 will become 2. Okay, now the next one, a to the power m multiplied b to the power m. Now look, powers are same, okay, but the bases are different now. Then the bases get, this power get common and these two bases get multiplied. That is, if I am talking about 2 to the power 4 and 3 to the power 4. Now look, these two are getting multiplied, but the powers are same and the bases are different. Then 2 multiply 3 to the whole power 4, and it will become 6 to the power 4. Fifth one, 1 divided a to the power n is always equal to a to the power minus n. It is the inverse. जब भी डिनोमिनेटर में कोई अगर नंबर है और वो उसको अगर हमें न्यूमरेटर में शिफ्ट करना है, हमने रेसिप्रोकेट किया एंड इट विल बिकम, देन द पावर बिकम नेगेटिव. फॉर एग्जाम्पल 1 to the power 1 divided by 2 to the power 3, then it become 2 to the power minus 3. Got it? One more. You should know, if any natural number having power 0, the answer will always be 1. Got it? And one more. If there a to the power m divided by b to the power m, that is, now the power are same and the bases are different. Here the bases were same but the powers were, the exponents were the different. So it will become a divided b and the power get common. A by b to the whole power m. Like this. We have multiplied these two and taken m as common. Got it? So these are the few laws of exponent that you should know before we get forward to our questions. One more thing you should know. Look, you have studied this. This is called square root of n. Okay, this is called square root of n. You have no square root of 2, square root of 3. This is square root of 5. Now look what I am trying to say. The square root of n is also written as n to the power. This square root is equal to the power 1 by 2. That means n to the power 1 by 2 means we are saying square root of n. Similarly, square root of 2 can be written as 2 to the power 1 by 2. Similarly, 3, 1 to the power 2, and for 5, the same 1 to the power 2. That means this root is equal to 1 by 2. This root is equal to 1 by 2, which we are going to use in our exercises. So now the next thing is, now you know this square root means to the power 1 by 2. Now what I'm trying to say, if I'm writing, suppose 3 root n, okay, here n is any positive integer, so that means if I'm writing here 3, suppose, so that means it's a cube root of n, which can be written as n to the power. We know that this root means 1 by 2. Now here it is written 3, so that means 1 by 2 is multiplied with 3 and it becomes 3 by 2. That is, it is a cube root of n. So it will become n to the power 3 by 2. Similar way, if I am writing m root a, okay, here a is any positive integer. So now a is any real number and m is any positive integer. M is positive integer. That means it will become a to the power m divided what? M divided what? Now there is one more thing you should know. Look, you know, we write like this. This is called square root of n. That means it can be written as n to the power. This root, it is square root. Square means 2. This square root means it can be written as 1 to the power n to the power 1 by 2. This root is equal to the power of any number 1 by 2. Got it? Now similarly, if I am writing square root of 2, then it can be written, this 2 can be written to the power 1 by 2. These two are equal. We can write in these two forms. Similarly, if I am writing square root of 3, that means 3 to the power 1 by 2. Now, if I am writing 3 root n, what does it mean? Now, it is a cube root. That means n can be written in the form of 1 to the power 3. Similarly, cube root of 2, that means 2 to the power 1 by 3. Cube root of 3, that is 3 to the power 1 by 3. So what we get from here, if n to the power a, where n is a positive integer, a is any real number, so it can be written in the form of a to the power 1 by n. You are getting the pattern? Look, if this changes, it came to the power of that positive number. So this means if I am writing, suppose 5 root 2, that means it can be written as a power of 2 1 by 5 from this. So this is one way of writing the square roots of any number. So if I am writing, suppose a to the power m divided n. Now look carefully. M divided n. I am writing a to the power n divide to the power whole power m. I can write this. Why? Because at the last these two power get multiplied and we will get m divided n. Look here. So this is one form of writing this. So a to the power 1 by n to the whole power m. So what does mean? A to the power 1 by n means you can write it in this form also. N square root a to the power m. This is the way you can write it also. Okay. Now you will understand it while we will doing the questions. So now let's begin. Let's tackle with the questions given in the exercise. So the third part is 16 to the power 3 by 4. That means 16 can be written as 2 to the power 4. You all know when 2 is multiplied 4 times, it comes 16 to the whole power 3 by 4. Now again we are using the same law which we have used in our previous questions. So 4 cancel out. It will become 2 to the power 3, and which is 8. So the answer is 8. 2 to the power 3 means 2 is multiplied 3 times. So now look, the last part of this question is 125 to the power minus 1 by 3. So look, 125 can be written as 5 to the power, when 5 is multiplied 3 times, we will get 125. 5 times 25, 25 5s are 125. And to the whole power 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3 actually. So this can be written as 5 to the power 3 Now again using the same law, it will become 5 to the power 3 multiplied 1 by 3. Now 3 cancel out and it will be left with 5 to the power minus 1. And I have told you when the power is negative, it gets reciprocal, that is 1 upon 5. I have told you a to the power minus 1 is always become 1 upon a. Since. So now move to the last question of this exercise. So question third is simplify first 2 to the power 2 by 3 its power. Okay, 2 to the power 2 by 3 when multiplied with 2 to the power 1 by 5, what will be the answer? Now notice that they are having the same basis but different powers, and we know through the law, if the same basis a to the power m and a to the power n are multiplied, then this base get common and these powers are added, m plus n. In this similar way 2 will get common, that is here the bases are same, so 2 to the power 2 by 3 plus 1 by 5. So now take the LCM, it will be coming 15 or not, then 10 plus 5 3 it will become 3. So 2 to the power 13 by 15, its power 2 to the power 13 by 15. Look, the powers got added. So the next part is 1 divided 3 to the power 3 to the whole power 7. So what does it mean? Look, this is the same formula we have used for this. A to the power m to the power n will become a to the power m multiply n. So now look here, 1 की power 7 is 7, 1 to the power 7 is 1. So 1 upon 3 to the power 3 to the whole power 7. So using this, so 1 upon 3 to the power 3 multiply 7, so it will become 1 upon 3 to the power 21, and we can take it to the numerator by reciprocaling, so it will, then our power will become negative, so we can write it as 3 to the power minus 21. Look, here we have used 1 upon a to the power n is also written as a to the power minus n. Okay, and here if I say a upon b to the power n can be written as a to the power n and b to the power n. So 1 to the power 7 is 1, and 3 to the power 3 to the whole power 7 will also become like this. So the last question or last part of this question is 7 to the power 1 by 2 multiplied with 8 to the power 1 by 2. Now notice कि they are having different bases but same power. That means a to the power m when multiplied with b to the power m, then the bases get multiplied, a multiplied b to the whole power m. So similar way 7 will get multiplied with 8 and the power will be the common power 1 by 2, and it will become 56 to the whole power 1 by 2. And also you can write it like this if you want. Are you getting it? Because we know a to the power 1 by 2 means square root of a. with this part we have completed this question also, and it was the last question of this exercise. And now all the exercises of chapter 1 has been completed, and with this the chapter is completed. Now I will provide you with some worksheets in my next for sure, and we will start our next chapter, polynomial. Up to then, take care, have a nice day. Thank you.